Welcome everybody to this information session about French Extension at the New South Wales School of Languages. French Extension course will start in term 4 of this year. You will study it alongside studying 2 units of the continuous course. Both courses start in term 4 and go through into terms 1, 2 and 3 next year. This means that you will study a total of 3 units of French if you take up the French Extension course. Let's have a look and see what Nessa has to say about the French Extension course. So on Nessa's website, they have the rationale and aim of every course that they support in New South Wales. And you can see that for Extension French, more or less, in summary, the rationale, aim and objectives of this course include learning about contemporary French issues, learning about issues across the French-speaking world, and this is incorporated into the study of text, some text that reflects issues and allows you to study the language at a deeper level. Here at the New South Wales School of Languages, will have an internal assessment program, as you are used to across all of your subjects. And the course is broken down into 3 sections, so text analysis, writing and speaking. And you can see the breakdown of percentages there. And look, at the end of the course, you'll be able to analyse text, you'll be able to write approximately 300 words in French, and you'll be able to deliver a 3-minute monologue. Now, the dates for the assessment. So good news, no assessment tasks in term 4 this year. No assessment tasks in term 2 next year. But early in term 1, you'll do 1 assessment, and late term 1, you'll do another. And you'll have nothing until the trial exam. So you're not overly burdened with multiple assessment tasks. Now for your HSC, you'll be looking at aiming to be able to do the following. So the oral exam first up, so that happens earlier than the written exam across all languages. So you will have 7 minutes to prepare a question, and then there will be 3 minutes of speaking time. You'll be able to write notes, and you'll be able to refer to those notes during your speaking. Now, your written exam will take 1 hour and 50 minutes, and as you can see, it's broken down into various sections. One of the sections, you'll be writing your answers in French, which is where you analyse the songs, which is the text that you'll be studying. And then the other 3 components involve you creating your text in French. So 2 of them written and 1 of them the monologue speech. Now, songs. The text that you'll be studying is 10 songs in French, and here is the list of the songs. You may know some of these French artists if you're familiar with French contemporary music, or maybe you may be familiar with some of them that are particularly popular back in the day, back in the 1980s when they were big stars. They have all been chosen for a particular reason, because they discuss something that is of a political or social commentary nature. So the songs have content that is worthy of analysis and worthy of discussion and reflect contemporary issues. And they can be contemporary issues in France, as well as being international issues, as well as being valid here in Australia. So you treat each song as though it were a piece of poetry text, for example, and you then study the music alongside it, as how does the music enhance the singer's objectives. So you don't need to have extensive musical knowledge, but you will learn a lot about the effect of music as it is used to enhance the singer's message. Now, all of the songs cover a range of musical styles and are all interesting in some way, and you will enjoy it immensely, I'm sure. Just getting up the next slide. Now, the songs have been chosen because they belong to a certain genre of song called la chanson engagée. Now, it's a type of song that is particularly popular in France, and these are songs which discuss issues of usually a political or social nature. And you can see there's a range of topics that might be brought up by the singer, and some of them are listed here, like anti-war protests, or maybe some anti-racism commentary, or maybe workers' rights, for example. Now, you may be aware of such music in the English language as well that you listen to, but it is something that is quite particular to French-speaking cultures. Now, the prescribed issues, connectedness, empathy, and cultural diversity, are inherent in all of the songs. Some will be able to draw on one of the issues, some may draw on all three of the issues, but you'll be discussing them within the context of the song, as well as in the context of the greater society in our contemporary society in Australia, and that in French-speaking cultures as well. So how does this happen? So you'll do the course on Canvas. So if you're a continuous student with us, you'll be familiar with Canvas. There are 32 modules. You'll do weekly submissions and you'll have speaking lessons. And you'll also have face-to-face lessons with your cohort once a term. And what we do in term 4 is we try to cover the songs, and then in terms 1 and 3 next year, greater depth of study of the issues and developing your written and oral skills as well. Now, it's not exactly the same as the continuous course. The continuous course focuses on language acquisition and competency as well. But what will happen here is that you will, of course, develop your language skills because you're interacting further with French, but you'll engage with political and social and cultural issues in the French-speaking world. You'll engage with the songs, and with any luck, you'll explore the artists even further beyond the classroom experience. You will develop much higher proficiency in the language, and it will set you up for further study of French or further use of French in the workforce or in your personal world. So what you do is you'll be looking at songs, you'll be discussing issues, you'll collaborate with your classmates and your teachers, and you will be extending your French knowledge and cultural knowledge as well. And I hope you will enjoy it thoroughly. Now, of course, you've got the HSC there. This is what the 2023 paper looked like. Just looks like any HSC paper, but you can see you've got 3 sections to do in the written paper. Now, the first part is you answer in English, where you're discussing your understanding of the songs and their content. Then you have to write a response to one of the songs in French, and then you write your 300-word essay, which is not unlike any essay that you would be writing in English, but you will be developing skills to write this in French. And then with the oral exam, you'll have 7 minutes to prepare your monologue. You'll be able to write notes. You can refer to your notes as you speak for 3 minutes. So it's a classic monologue where you have an introduction, a body, and a conclusion, which is not unlike the written component of this course as well. So if you are interested in studying Extension French, please let your teacher know, or complete an expression of interest that can be available on our school website. You can see the application form here at the New South Wales School of Languages website. So please complete the form, send it in, and we look forward to teaching you next year. And there are a couple of useful links also on the website if you want to have a look at the NESA syllabus with the course prescriptions, as well as a couple of past HSC papers you can have a look at. Anyway, thank you very much for joining, and I will be stopping the recording now. Thank you.